After seeing a major spike of COVID cases after the new year, we now know that keeping up with the changing requirements can be pretty confusing, right? Shale Remien is breaking it all down for you so that you have one less thing to worry about.
Well, let's look at the do's and don'ts of testing and getting back to work. I know it can get confusing and it's a lot to keep up with. You probably have questions like, if I test positive for COVID but isolate, do I need a negative test before seeing people again? The CDC says the answer is no. You do not need to test if you don't have symptoms. Let me repeat that one more time. If you don't have symptoms and have stayed away from people for 5 days, there is no requirement to test as of now. So keep in mind, the CDC says day 0 is your first day of symptoms. Day 1 is considered the first full day after you started feeling under the weather. So what about if you were exposed and do have symptoms? That's a different story. You have to isolate until you get your test results back and must be fever-free for 24 hours without the help of Advil. And how long after you've been exposed could you test positive? Doctors say they usually see signs 48 hours later, but it could go out as far as 14 days. So when are people with COVID the most contagious? Unfortunately, when they don't know it. The CDC reports transmission is at its peak 1 to 2 days before symptoms really kick in. Regardless of if you have symptoms or not, you need to wear a mask around people for at least another 5 days after being exposed. I know it's a lot to keep up with, so we break it down inside of our free Fox Carolina News app as well as on foxcarolina.com.